I've been going for a minute, now I'm back with the jump off. Goons in the club, case something jump off. Back up, it's the hot, it's the oh my god. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. They're showing all this skin. Oh, hey, booger. Hey, mamas. Ooh, give me kisses. You gave me the kisses. Ah. I know. I know. She won't rest until she get me. All right. Let's get into this video. Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. If you're new today, my name is Crystal with a K. Nice to meet you. Come here, just give me your hand. Just put it to the screen. I know it's been a minute, it's been a whole week. I'm not slacking off, I just needed a week. You know, I'm human, I got stuff going on that I gotta handle, and it's still being handled, but I needed a week. Let me breathe. I'm sorry. I'm back. I'm back. Just saying. I missed you guys, you know. I appreciate the support. The whole week that I'm gone, them subscribers have been going up. We had 155 subscribers. Subscribers are going up. Let's keep them subscribers going up. Speaking of that going up, right now I'm just gonna say, while you're watching this video, just hit that subscribe button. If you're new, you're watching this right now and you're new, hit the subscribe button. It don't take but 2 seconds. Just hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button too while you're at it. And you know what? Make sure you leave a comment too down below. Let me know that you did it, you know? Let me know that you fucks with me, okay? Let's get into this video. Okay. So today I'm coming to you guys with another story time. Like I said, you know, my life is a freaking movie. My life is a movie. A lot of situations that I've been in is just very unbelievable. So I'm gonna sum it all up into, I'm not gonna sum it all up, but I'm gonna break it down, you know, through different videos, letting you guys get a little insight of, you know, me, my life, situations I've been in. You know, today, as you can see by the title, I'm gonna talk about, you know, the time I dated this hoarder. It's a guy that was a hoarder. Kind of hit me when it happened, but you know, it did, but it didn't, but it did. But it did. It hit me. But let me turn the AC on. No, it's gonna make too much noise. By the way, I'm sitting here in front of a hot light, in front of the hot sun, in a hot room because I don't want to turn the AC on to make noise in the background. So if you see me start leaking or sweating or whatever, sorry. I'm sorry. Let me start by saying I love everyone. I don't care what kind of lifestyle you live. I don't care what your situation is. Anything that I talk about on here, even though I may be gagging, even though I may be flustered or maybe baffled by the situations, it doesn't mean that I'm judging you. I'm just basically letting you know my reaction to certain situations, you know? Also, if, you know, you happen to be a part of that story, doesn't mean I'm talking about you, but you just happen to be a part of that story, okay? Okay. This was, I really don't remember the year. This is one of those faint stories, like, you know, because me and this person dated for like, what, a month, if that. Couldn't really say that, you know. I was in Far Rockaway at this time. This was, yeah, around Sandy time, like around Hurricane Sandy, you know. I don't remember his name. Even if I did, I'm not mentioning any names, but he was very attractive, at least to me, you know. No, he was attractive. I ain't gonna front. It was just his antics that made him, you know. He had body, he was cut up. He was, you know, a little lighter skinned than me. Smooth body, smooth lips. Teeth was kind of weird though, like, you know, a little crooked, but, you know, it wasn't, you know. Shaved head. He was attractive, he was older than me. So he lived in a building. I was staying in Far Rockaway with a friend of mine that, you know, I considered family, but that's a whole nother story I might not get into. I might get into. It's my diary. Can't nobody tell me shit. I'll get into that in another story. I was staying with someone in Far Rockaway that was very close, like family. They were helping me out because, you know, I was in a situation, and with them helping me out, I was helping them out. You know, family shit. Either way, I met him. He was downstairs. I think he was like on the 6th floor or something in that building. I seen him, I believe, like walking in the building. Like, you know, me, when I talk to guys, one thing is when I talk to guys, like, they talk to me. They come to me. I don't approach nobody. Like, I don't know what it feels to walk up to a guy. Can no guy that I ever talked to, ever spoke to, or anything, or interacted with, not one guy in this world can say that I came up to them. Because I will hold that shit in. If I like somebody and I think they're attractive or whatever, I will hold that shit until you come up to me. I'm walking through shit. I think I was coming back from the Bronx or something, from the program in the Bronx. And, you know, he stopped me. He was, you know, complimenting me and everything. I let him know, you know, I'm trans, you know, this and that. And he was like, you know, it doesn't matter, this and that. You know, most guys don't really care when they're by themselves, so I didn't pay it no mind. So once you talk to me in public, while we're in front of other people, well, it wasn't public, but when we're in front of other people, then I'll take you serious. But either way, we got to chopping it up or whatever. We exchanged numbers. I go, I'm telling my gossip about it. And, you know, of course she knew who that was or whatever. And so me and him was kicking it for a while. Like, we were talking. We were like, he would come upstairs and we would chill. Like, after was it work? He came from somewhere. I can't remember. He was coming from somewhere, a program or something. And then he would come see me and chill with me, you know, for the night or whatever. I had friends, you know, I had other friends there. Some of the niggas there that were friends, the dudes that I was hanging out with, they would say, you know, oh, you talking to this dude or whatever? And also my god sister's friends. And they would tell me, all of them would tell me, yo, this dude be wandering around picking up, like, you know, cigarettes and all that stuff, like cigarette buzz. So I'm just like, it just didn't sound realistic to me. I don't know. I'm not the type that's just gonna go by off of what everybody else says, especially, you know, when he, you know, was so nice and attractive. He didn't seem like that to me. And you know what, also, another reason why I couldn't take it, because a lot of those dudes tried to talk to me, you know? A lot of them dudes low-key did certain things, letting me know that they were interested. Like the girls, my girls know what dudes do. We know what the trade do to let you know when they low-key interested. But I don't fuck with that, you know, buffoonery. I mean, back then back then it didn't matter. Back then, this was around the time I did, you know, talk to some DL guys. Yeah, around that time. Either way, I still wasn't with the shits or whatever. So I was just figuring, you know, the guys was telling me things in front of other guys or whatever, just to be funny, because they knew on the low they really wanted to fuck with me or whatever, and they made little passes at me and everything. I brought it to his attention one night or whatever, and he denied it. He was like, no, I don't walk around looking for, you know, cigarette buzz. That's a little nasty. So I'm just believing in him. I'm just like, okay, you know, I trusted him, you know. It's whatever. Okay, we gotta end. Mind you, he was a clean person. Like, he didn't stink, you know, even when we got into our sexual encounter. all right, my bad. Even when we got to our sexual encounters or anything, there was no smell. He smelled like he washed. Like, you know, he was a clean person. So that's why a lot of stuff threw me off. Like, he did tell me that he had a baby moms and all that stuff and this and that. So I think one day I seen him with his baby moms and the kid or whatever, and it's not. So I asked him, I was like, you know, I thought you wasn't with the baby mom anymore. And he was like, yeah, but we still link up so I could see the kid and, you know, spend time with the child and everything. I was like, okay, so that makes sense. Blah, 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 whatever. So I was informing him, you know, I feel like sometimes you don't like chill with me in public, you know, maybe you're not as, you know, open as you claim to be and everything. So he shut that up real quick. He started walking with me outside. He was holding hands with me. We would walk on a boardwalk on the beach because it was a beach over there, right there next to the place, Ocean Village or whatever. Yeah, he did all that, like chill with me in front of people and everything. So I was just like, so I got a little bit more comfortable. And then, you know, he invited me to his house one day. It was like an afternoon. I guess he didn't go to his thing or whatever, his program. And he was just like, oh, come chill with me. We was outside. He's like, oh, come, you know, to my house and stuff. I was like, okay. We get to the door and, okay. We get to the door and he opens the door and it kind of just like stopped midway, just bam. I was like, okay. I thought maybe, you know, something was just like, you know, maybe a stroller or something, this and that. So he's just like, again, and I'm just like, and then he kind of just like nudges in because there was like a shelf here. There was like a shelf there. And then he opened the door. It's like a little space to go in. Like something was blocking the door from opening. So he kind of like nudged in. He's like, come in, come in, come in. And I'm just like, okay, so I'm supposed to just, okay. So I kind of nudged through all that stuff. As I nudged through, I looked down to see what was blocking, and it was a lot of bags. I figured maybe he was gonna take trash out. Maybe, you know, they just had it there, take it out later. You know, giving benefits of doubts and stuff. I looked down, I seen that, and then when I turned to look where I was going, stuff. It was just a lot of stuff, like in a pathway, you know, just cluttered. Like it's a bunch of things. I can't even explain it. Like it was like a whole bunch of books, newspapers. Like it was just all stacked, like a bunch of boxes with stuff, just like stacked against, you know, the wall, whatever. Just like a little pathway to shimmy. That's the word, shimmy. That's what we did. We shimmied our way through that house. Like we were shimmying all through that shit. I'm looking around, I'm just like, okay, maybe his parents, it's just hoarders, you know, and that happens sometimes. You have some older folks that do hoard things and don't want to throw things out. You know, he does live with his parents. I don't know what's the situation now. I was just like, okay. From my experience with him, he's very, you know, he smells clean, you know, he cleans himself and everything. So maybe his room would be kind of, you know, so, shit. We get to the room. I don't remember how the living room looked. It was a lot. There was a lot going on. There's a lot going on in the kitchen. But when we got to the room, it was less of a space to open when he opened the door. It was less of a space. So the front door opened like, and his room door opened like that, you know? So it's like, and, you know? So I was just, from that moment on, I learned from my first lesson not to trust the, you know? I knew what was happening. I was like, okay, so he is a full-on hoard. Like the whole family, they, you know? Granted, I'm not gonna be one to judge, you know, hopefully it's not that bad. We'll kick it for a little bit and then go. I'll find like a little chair to sit on the side. You know, we can smoke our blunt. I bought a blunt, by the way. So after the came, strong arms, because he was built. So he just pushing it open even more until it came to the front door. But he pushed it a little bit more, and then that's when it exposed everything on the floor. Like, it was just like Mount Everest. And he was just with it. Like, it was normal to him. After he slid it open, he was very much like, just stepping over shit. Like, I was just like, okay. So I climbed a few mountains till we got to the bed. The bed was, up. There was no floor. There was no floor. There was no floor at all. I don't know the color of his floors. There was a lot of clothes and I don't understand. He did walk around shirtless a lot, and he wore baby oil a lot. I didn't understand. I was confused. I was completely and utterly confused. I didn't know where I went wrong, where he went wrong, but there was no floor, there was no chair, there was no nothing. It was a small room, smaller than this. This is not very small, but so I got on the bed. There was no sheet. There was holes from like cigarette butts and all that stuff. Mind you, I got shorts on. It was like summertime, and so my skin is exposed and everything. I'm looking at the corner of the beds to see if I see any black dots, so I can see if I see any bed bugs or anything. And I'm just like, okay. So I proceeded to take out the stuff, so I run fast, because I definitely needed a blunt after that. So I'm just like, and I asked him, I was like, what's going on? Like, it's a lot of stuff. He's like, yeah, I just gotta get to it. I haven't, cleaned in a week, so I've been very busy and this and that. I'm just like, do you believe that I believe that shit? Do you in your heart believe that I believe your bullshit? But okay, I ain't say that, but it was just, I was more confused at the point as how he was just so, I mean, you can be a hoarder and just keep yourself hygienic. I mean, I guess that's possible. I've seen, but it was a different experience. It was the first experience that I experienced with any hoarder. I was sitting on Mount Everest with a bunch of potholes, rolling up and smoking. We didn't even finish the blunt we finished the blunt walking out, like, in the hallway. Because I needed some air. There was no AC, it was very hot. So, along with all the clutterness, the stickiness, the hotness, I felt itchy. It was a lot. It was like, he was just so comfortable, like it was everything. Like, I think he thought we was gonna fuck. I think he thought we was gonna do something. I don't know. It wasn't gonna happen there. It wasn't. That did not stop me from sleeping with him again, but it just wasn't gonna be there, It didn't stink either. It wasn't funky in there. It was just a lot of stuff, and some of the stuff was dirty, but it wasn't stink. Like, it didn't stink in there. I don't know what was going on. Like, I left it at that. How we broke up was because I remember I started seeing him when another time I seen him with his baby moms. They were holding hands and stuff. And he started to act like he didn't know me or whatever when I was, walking past with her. But that came to me later. And I felt offended by that, because you're gonna portray yourself to be so open and talk about how you're gonna have this open thing and let, her know and all this stuff. But then you're holding hands with her. I can understand if you have to deal with what you have to deal with and everything. Or because you have a baby moms, don't mean you have to do all that extra with the baby moms. Come to find out, he was fucking with her still. I found that out in the long run. So I was right to even break up with him. But my thing was, you're not gonna make me look stupid. You're not gonna walk around the hood with me holding hands and then walk around with another bitch holding hands. I'm not gonna call her a bitch. You're not gonna walk around with your baby moms holding hands and then walk around with me holding hands. Like, you're not gonna have me looking like that. Especially when there's a whole bunch of dudes out here that want me. Badder dudes that want me. So that was clipped. He was over it a little bit. Like, he was upset about it. But we kept it cordial. When I see him, we say hi and everything. We just kept it pushing. And that's what it very much was to give. After the whole breakup thing or whatever, I caught him in the staircase. I caught him in the staircase, just like looking around. I'm pretty sure it was what the guys were saying, looking for cigarette butts. Because what else was you looking for? Did you lose a ring or anything? Did you lose like your wallet? I mean, you might want to check your apartment if you lost any of that. You need to be looking around that house for the room. Stop. Don't do this, Crystal. Don't do this. I seen him snooping around on the floor for cigarettes. And I was just like, damn. I kissed that mouth. And that mouth been on a whole bunch of other people's cigarettes on the floor and bacteria. It's fucked up. Now, I'm Gucci. I'm more aware. You know, how old was I around that time? I was probably like 26, maybe. 26, 25, 24, 25, 26, one of those three. But I've grown, I've learned. I mean, there's nothing, there's nothing much more that you can say about that. I mean, it happened, you know. That was my first experience with a hoarder. I'm not gonna say it was the worst experience. You know, we did have some good times, but it was some shit. Definitely was some shit. Well, that's the end of that. That's the end of that story time. I appreciate you guys for stopping by and listening to me blabber off about another situation in my life. Stay tuned for more videos. I'm gonna do a trilogy of videos. I'm gonna do part 1, part 2, and part 3 because it's 3 different stories for a not same situation, but people from the same place. So basically people from one school that I went to that I wind up talking to afterwards. Yeah. We'll get into that. I ain't gonna speak too much on it. But again, before you leave this video, please make sure if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. If you've dealt with a hoarder before, if you feel for me in my situation, what did you do in a situation if you have been in that situation? Let's keep the conversations going. I've been seeing a lot of conversations in the comments lately, so I enjoy that. I love to respond. I love to interact, so let's keep that going. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Booga, come here. You wanna say bye to the peoples with me? Hey, drop down, Tatiana. That arch though. Come on, let's arch together, bookies. Hey, hey. Good girl.